Welcome to my loot from 10,000 lava strykewyrms. This has taken me about 49.5 hours, but I always like to round up, so in which case it's 50 hours work. As for the items, you're able to get the wyvern, spike, scalp, and heart that you can use on a regular abyssal whip, staff of light, or a dark bow, making them into tier 85, which is better as the previous ones are tier 70, in which case you are able to augment them. And then right here is the armor. Keep in mind, if you have, let's say, like a Zuck cape or a cow cape from Kiln, do use that. Now the little bracelet you do see is called the Headhunter's Thrill, which has a chance to not extend your Slayer task, in which case you can keep going killing it. Although from my testing, you use about one charge every 18 kills. And then that's pretty much it. As for the inventory, it's pretty much empty, although I do have the portable obelisk just so we can teleport to level 44 wilderness. And I am using the wilderness sword 4, as when you kill a lava strykewyrm, it will drop searing ashes. But if you do have this sword with you, it will be dropped in a noted form. Right on screen here is what I used for the action bar, although I don't want to say it's AFK because you have to pop each and every single strykewyrm, which is the most annoying part ever. And yes, I did get the wyvern spike, although on screen it's my first ever drop at 13,329 kills. Although while working on this loot video for 10,000, it was probably around 7,000 when I actually did get it. And yes, again, I only have one out of the 3 hilts. As for the loot table, it's shown on screen right now, although the coins is a lie because I was doing other content as well, in which case I did get roughly 4 mil from that, so just subtract the 29 mil from the 4 mil. The blue and crimson charms are going to be as close as possible because those are the 2 charms I did keep. The green and the gold, I did not keep a single one because nearing the end of it, I was lacking inventory space to actually keep all of the items at once. The 789 large plated salvage, for whatever reason, most of the time when my Luck of the Doors would proc and I would get that as a drop, it would drop it in a physical form. My spring cleaner would not drop that, which was pretty odd in my opinion. And then I did get 301 Fury Sharks, although that will also change because I was also doing some other content as well. Now I was able enough to get 2 Ancient Warrior equipment pouches, which it's probably about 90k-ish, so that's not too much. Although if you did notice, I did get 4 Triskelion fragments. Also did get 29 Bloodwood Seed, 155 Adrenaline Crystals, and 13 Revenant Drop Enhancers, which I might make a loot video for maybe 1,000 or 2,000 Revenants, depending on how much percent charge each enhance lasts. I believe when you get like a main hand weapon, they'll use like 8% charge. If you get like a armor piece, they'll use probably like 15 or 20% chance, so I'm going to have to actually see if that will last long enough. And I did get those 11 wilderness hilts. The moment everyone has been waiting for, and that is the loot. First off, I got 13,116 crimson charms and 11,500 blue charms, from these 10,000 Strykewyrms. I also did get 296 Fury Sharps, which does look pretty good in the loot tab. As for the bank and the untradables, again, I did get those 13 enhancers and 6 brawling gloves, which is actually pretty nice because my goal is to get one of every type of brawling glove somewhat as a little collection log of some sort. So there's a couple of things to note, and that will be the high alchable items. So right here, if I just instant sell it to the GE, it is pretty much 54 mil. But for those of you who are iron players, we are able to high alch it, and we'll be getting 62 mil GP instead of that 54 mil. But I'll just like to include everything as normal because high alching all of this would take probably about 2 or 3 hours worth. And boom, look at that. 12,823 searing ashes. This is where pretty much 90% of the loot comes from because of those. And you're thinking, wait a minute, if I killed 10,000 lava noodles, how did I get 12,823 ashes? The answer is, instead of getting 1 ash, they do have a chance of dropping 5 themselves. So when you do kill it, instead of getting 1 ash, you'll get 6 ashes. And this happened about 565 times out of the 10,000, which is not really too much, although I did notice when you are using an HSR that it does drop a lot more commonly, but I just stuck with using the Luck of the Dwarfs, even though I did know the HSR does impact the drop rate. And pretty much I'll just add everything else because it's like little money. But 25 mil raw cash, those 29 bloodwood seeds, and look at that wyvern spike. It is 5 mil, along with those 42 Fremnik equipment kits, almost 10,000 U-logs. I was just too short. 151 adrenaline crystals, which, I mean, I guess that's kind of good, although I'm pretty sure killing abyssal demons would be far quicker for getting the wilderness loot table. Also did get 11 wilderness hilts, 6,259 magic logs, and then the stone sprites is not really too impressive, although almost got 12,000 gold sprites. The 270 rune is pretty lacking in my opinion. And then once we get to the little bottom, 2,600 black dragonhide, 84,000 wild arrows, 2 ancient warrior equipment patches, almost 45,000 dragon bolt E, and lastly for the uncut gems, I got 1,034 uncut diamonds and 743 dragon stones. I did hit the rare drop table quite often, as I was getting probably 1 or 2 at the same time. So in case I get like an uncut dragonstone, I will get like an uncut diamond thanks to the rare drop table. The grand total is 1,012,231,000 GP. And again, you can increase it by 8 mil extra if I do high alch it, which does bring it up to 20 million afterwards. So from this Since again we did kill 10,000 lava noodles, the drop rate that you can expect to get is roughly about 101k per lava noodle. And since this did take me 50 hours on average, you should expect to get about 20.2 mil GP per hour. Oh, now if you do high alkyd, you can get a little bit extra. And with that comes the end of the video. Thanks for watching the loot from 10,000 lava strykewyrms. And if you have any suggestions on what monster I should camp or you're looking forward, do comment down below. But with that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. And enjoy the rest of your day.